Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Just yesterday, I made a video on something like this, and I made it two different ways. And really, it demonstrates to fill in a lot of items without using the Smart Fill tool, because it would save you some steps, especially if you had much more than this to fill in. I'm going to take a polygon, and if you kind of go in this order, this will work. I'm going to go ahead and that thing is 15 inches. I'm going to see how big. My nudge factor is 19, so I'm going to make a duplicate of that and move it over there. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate while bringing it in, and then I can select both these, and we can go to Object, or excuse me, go to Effects and Blend, and we're going to blend them just 2 times. Now, immediately for this to work, you've got to go to Object and break the blend apart. But these three are still together, they're grouped together. So you got to select them both and go group and ungroup for this to work. There's 2 ways you could rotate a line from here to here. You could do it this way and rotate it all the way around, or you can go from here to here. Yeah, that's a centerable item, so Control D, rotate it to 60 degrees, Control D. And then all we have to do is take the virtual segment delete key and delete that inside line. Now, we're going to go to Object. Well, we can't yet. We got to group these together. Now we can select it all. You go up to Object. Well, why isn't it letting me? Tell you what, let me back up here. We should be able to convert this to a, oh, okay, I didn't have them grouped. Nope, outline. Let me try it one more time. I'm going to ungroup all and then select it. There we go, convert outline to an object. Now I'm going to right click, but I have to now group this together. Now, what the key is, you're going to turn that blue, move it over, and we're going to go, I'm going to try it 2 different ways, back minus front, and it worked. And then I'm going to go to Object and break the curve apart. So what I have now is individual lines, and that's the kind of the key. Now I'm going to do this thing 2 different ways. I'm going to move it over. And on this one, I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, or excuse me, Interactive Fill tool, and kind of make this pattern I've made on the other one. Now we're not perfectly even, but we can get that straight when we bring in a lighter color. Let's spread this out a little bit and then bring in a blue kind of in the middle. You know what? Let's bring in 2 and see what happens. That looks, well, we could maybe give a little bit of separation with the black between them. There we go. That's totally different looking. Now it's a little bit of an angle, and you could adjust that by moving this minutely, moving this out. But we're going to just kind of get it partially level. Now, we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. I am going to select all these. And if you look, there's 19 objects. I'm going to shift select that one, so I've only got 18. I'm going to go to Edit, Copy Properties from the fill, and I want to copy from that, and look what we got. Now, the difference here is that these Interactive Fill tool is trying to do it, but it's on an angle. So what we can do to get it kind of going around and around, we can move this over and take our Interactive Fill tool. I could have probably copied the properties from it, the other one. We're going to go to do the exact same thing, put black on both sides. Let's spread them out a little bit so we'll have more room to put the blue. And then let's bring in that blue. And you kind of, when I first started doing this, I was thinking kind of like a pillow effect, like it's kind of puffy. Then let's bring these in a little bit. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to delete all the, well, I need this one, so I'm going to move it over. I'm going to try to delete all these. And because, whoop, don't delete that one. Because I'm in the center of the page, I can now select them both, shift select that one, go to edit, copy properties from, fill, and see it did that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and Control G to group that, Control D to duplicate it, and then Alternate C is a new hotkey, and I've got a video on that that rotates it from the center of the page, and we're going to rotate it 60 degrees. And look at the difference. Now I'm going to change the line to black to make it look better. And then you could take this one and do whatever you wanted to with it. Interactive fill. Let's go from conical or elliptical. Let's make one of them black. And let's bring in this blue a little bit more. And you could, let's do one more. You could play around with this to the cows come home. Now let's put a blue between these. A little bit much, but if we nudge it over, look what we get. So, two different ways to do the same thing, but one of them is going to rotate the interactive fill tool. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.